English tutorials with Year 5 and Year 1 using Teams. Teams tutorials can form part of a cycle for the teaching of English using asynchronous and synchronous learning. So for instance, when pupils complete a SWAY independently at home, maybe using modelling videos and scaffolding for writing independently, that can then be followed up with a tutorial face-to-face. They can then submit some writing or a task, which can then be followed up by another tutorial that can build into a personalised task that can then develop into another tutorial face-to-face. And keeping this cycle going reflects the recursive nature of writing, but also hopefully develops some engagement or more engagement with the asynchronous learning. The Year 1 tutorial took place after a week of pupils doing their work from a SWAY at home independently. The whole class were in self-isolation, as was the teacher. So a SWAY was produced, which was in line with the unit that would have been taught had the children been in school. And then the teacher then followed up the SWAY with a tutorial reflecting on what the children had been doing independently, checking and clarifying misconceptions, addressing early misconceptions, including some differentiation by questioning target pupils, and then beginning to look forward to the next SWAY that they were going to be receiving and setting the expectations for engagement with that. The Year 5 tutorial took place with a group of pupils following the submission of some writing, their first draft of their story, and this enabled the teacher to address misconceptions and for the teacher to model editing and improving the writing, and then setting a new task in the form of a personalised SWAY with personalised messages for the pupils. The other purpose for a tutorial is that it can really develop that feedback loop. And so following on from a tutorial and then the personalised task in the form of a SWAY, we can then follow that up with a tutorial to give feedback and develop some self-assessment on the pupil's writing as almost the final part of the writing process. The Year 5 tutorials took place after the pupils had submitted work which the teacher was able to mark and plan the tutorial from. There was a group of 6 pupils who were mixed ability, and it was a 20-minute tutorial. The Year 5 tutorial structure was slightly different to how a structure with children in isolation at home would be, because this was actually a tutorial with pupils in school. So the teacher signed into a meeting with a laptop and an iPad to ensure that they'd be able to use the interactive whiteboard in Teams, and the cameras were on so could actually see the pupils' faces and so dissolve the screen between them. There were rules set about the camera being on and the microphones being on or off, and everyone gave a thumbs up to begin. The next stage of the Year 5 tutorial moved on to establishing a purpose, in the words of Doug Lemov, dissolve the screen and engage in back and forth exchange so that we can see the pupils and really discuss their work. So the pupils built a success criteria for writing using the interactive whiteboard, where the teacher wrote what they suggested for the success criteria, read through some of the examples of writing and agreed got the whole group to agree where each piece was meeting the success criteria, which was mainly composition, and then asked the people that had written the piece of writing to possibly suggest where they weren't meeting the success criteria, and they came up with, very sensibly, the correct areas where they weren't meeting the success criteria. Having developed a wish list of next steps in relation to grammar and punctuation, the teacher then modelled correcting sentence length, which is one of the areas for improvement, that the pupils had said that some of the sentences were too long, they needed punctuation, and so the teacher modelled correcting the sentence length and then asked the pupil who wrote it to suggest the changes to the next sentence, and then scribed the changes, so actually edited whilst the pupil told them what to do. Then the teacher set the timer and said to the pupils that they had 2 minutes on the timer to look at their own writing and correct, edit some of their sentences if they were too long, and just 2 minutes, and when the timer went off, that was it, and with the expectation that when they got their sway for the following day, they would spend more time doing this through the entire piece of writing. This process was repeated with a focus on punctuation, so having addressed sentence length, addressing punctuation, and making sure that capital letters were being used correctly. Some pupils had used capital letters for the reporting clause after some dialogue, for instance, so just setting that bar and modelling it, giving them 2 minutes to have another go, and then setting that expectation that this again would be something they would carry on doing independently when they got their next sway. The use of the interactive whiteboard using the iPad and the laptop together at the same time was so valuable for this part of the tutorial. Towards the end of the tutorial, the teacher told the children that they were going to be receiving a sway which would be more personalised than the sway that they'd originally been working from, and that sway would have recorded personal messages on it, and they would focus on the editing and the feedback that they were given both in the tutorial and in the sway. The children then completed the sway independently, following the tutorial, which had a little bit of modelling in as well, and they edited their work, photographed it and sent it back to the teacher. This pupil chose to type up their original draft so that it was easier to read with the editing in place there. The focus for this pupil was to improve their cohesion within the sentences, and in order to do that, the teacher had recommended that they leave a line between each sentence, and they rewrote their beginning of their story, and those sentences are definitely better from a cohesive point of view. This pupil used their purple pen to correct their spelling mistakes, and they also had a word bank of key spellings and key vocabulary that they needed to look for and replace in their writing. Although the pupils had managed to independently edit following on from the tutorial, the quality of their editing doesn't really match the level that they would have achieved had they been in class with the teacher. The Year 1 class were all self-isolating at home, as was the teacher, and their tutorial was part of the end of a weekly sway. So the class teacher had written daily sways from the weekly planning that they would have been being taught had they been at school, and groups, small groups of mixed ability pupils took part in the tutorials. There were 20 minutes with 3 pupils, between 3 and 6 pupils in each group. Due to the age of the pupils, we wanted to make sure that there was a clear structure for the tutorial, so we wrote this structure so that we made sure we covered everything that we wanted to. Went through speedy sounds, and then getting the children to orally share sentences using the backgrounds that we had behind us, because the pupils are learning about landmarks across the UK, and so dissolving the screen by getting them to talk about what they can see, orally rehearse their sentences and actually write one, read one back to us. The pupils were initially cautious about talking on camera. They were using their parents' devices, so their cameras were on. I think this would be very difficult to do if cameras were off. By the end of the tutorial, the pupils were more relaxed, much happier to share their sentences, and then they were prepared for what they were going to be learning about in next week's SWAY, so that there's that expectation that they're going to engage in the asynchronous learning as well.